brought to you today from beautiful Burlington, North Carolina. Now, let's hear it for our host, our president and CEO, Andy Albright.
Thank you. I'm so excited I get to talk to my friends today. Whew! How many of y'all having a good day?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How many of you excited about this weekend? I've got some people that I've invited to call that are probably not going to make it to this weekend. Maybe all of them are, I don't know. But I'm glad to have you all on this call. The theme of this call is I want to show you how to get new people started faster and more productive. So as you hire people, as you get people started, you'll want them to do good. So I'll kind of give you some thoughts on that. Now, I have new people that are on this call, so y'all can see them right there, and you can. There's another view of them there. So if you want to look backwards, you can look at them. But it helps if y'all are looking at me because it's confusing, you know. All right, we good? Okay, so that's the idea. This weekend we have a convention coming up, and we've got at least 1,000. I guess it could go to 2,000 people that are going to be here. And so I'm excited about that. I've really been working hard on this event because we want it to be the best one that we've ever had. And that takes a lot of work and a lot of planning. This is the first one that's involved a gentleman named Mark Aceta. He is helping with pulling off the greatest convention we've ever had. Tim Goad is about to jump out of his skin. He's so excited about where we're going as far as a company and a culture and who we are. And, of course, Jeff Bright's busting his butt. Dr. Caracas Watkins is coming up from Mississippi IA. And he's excited. We've got a lot of excited people. We've got people coming from all over the country to participate. So I want to make sure, first of all, that I invite every one of you guys that are listening to this to make it into this convention. Now, if you're brand new with us, I want to let you know that we're running a contest, if you will. You can earn an all-expense-paid trip to Alaska. So I can't see the names that good. It's Jonathan, Devon, Jackson, Kim. Kim, y'all can earn this trip. It's a lot of people win it their first year. But what we do is, if it's your first year with us, what we do is we want to give you kind of a discount. And the way we do it, we say, hey, come to our convention, learn as much as you can, and we'll give you 40,000 points toward this trip. So the trip requires 135,000 points. Okay. So what I would say to you, Guterman or Evan, when you're talking to new people, I'm talking to new people I've never met, but I've already invited them to convention. I've already told them about, see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I'm doing it so quickly, and then I'll talk to other people, and I'll say, have you mentioned the convention? They go, well, they've only been in for 2 weeks. I've only been in this meeting for what? Yeah, 4 minutes. So how did I do it in 4 minutes? Well, I would encourage you, to just look, I didn't say they got to be there. I just invited them, and I told them, it's going to be exciting, people from all over the country, and Tim Goad. And so I'm always telling people that. Now, sometimes I don't do it within 4 minutes, but I bet you I do it within 35 minutes. So it's just something that I do early because I don't want to miss it. It's really, really important. Might be the most important thing. Now, Adriana, so it might not be the most important thing to you. So if I'm just meeting you, I'm trying to, focus on you. Okay. But then when it comes to your success in this business, like, have you considered going to this convention this weekend? You've considered it? Are you leaning towards going? You are. Good. All right. Good. Do I need help in any way? Are you worried about where you're going to stay? Are you going to drive back and forth to Greensboro? Yeah. Would you consider staying local if you get a really good deal? Because, see, it's driving at night and trying to get here in the morning?
Possibly.
Possibly.
I couldn't stay.
You what?
I couldn't stay local by myself.
You couldn't stay local by yourself.
Yeah.
When you go back to Greensboro, are you by yourself?
I live with my boyfriend.
You live with your boyfriend. Well, what if he would consider coming and staying with you? Then you would be with somebody. Yeah. Problem solved. Maybe. We at least put the thought in there, right? Because see, like, I would rather you stay here so you could get up and be here at the meeting, and when you leave here, you go to bed. You don't drive. But I'm just suggesting. All right, so the whole thing with people is the more people you can get to these events, the better your business is going to do. I ask our statistician person, hey, statistician person, Preston, if y'all are in the office today, they might be working from home. Sometimes they work from home. If y'all are in the office, if y'all walk over here, I want them to see how smart y'all look. They look smart because they are. But I'm going to tell you some smarts that they give me earlier. They're watching. They always watch me to make sure I don't say something wrong, and then they're like, you shouldn't have said that. All right, so here's what they said. If you have one downline, so like Adriana, if you bring your boyfriend, for example, that would be one person downline, okay? Then you'll probably earn 270% more money than if you didn't bring somebody. So this next 12 months, you'll make almost 3 times more money if you bring somebody. Just by being here, there's some people that are getting our business and they won't come to this meeting, and we never get mad. We're like, that's okay. We know your wife won't let you, or we know you got a dog and you got to take them out to use the bathroom, or we know you got the COVID, or we know this weather. You know what I mean? Like whatever the reason is, we don't care. It's their life. But if you're here, my statistic people say that you'll make 177% more than people that don't come. So you know how people get a 5% raise or a 3% raise? 77%. They said people that have 2 people down here, 2 different organizations, they'll make 410% more money. And it's all kinds of stats. I'm going to let them explain some of this, because some of these I read them, they're too smart. All I hear is you're making a lot more money if you come to the events, and then the more people you bring to the events, the more money you make. Now, a lot of people say, well, you must be making money off of them. I don't think so. I think we can ask the statisticians. I think you do better paying attention and you learn more, and then you turn around and do better when you leave because you've got people here. Like, I don't know if this is true, but it seems like when you have children, you pay attention more. Like it was me and Jane, just me and my wife would be like, ah. But when we have kids, we're like trying to pay attention. Like if you're going to see the alligator show at the zoo and you got kids, I'm a lot more paying attention. Hey, Preston, what's up, smart guy? I was trying to explain these statistics about being here. Can you come over here and explain them? You know what I'm talking about? This thing right here where it says if you within 6 months.
Right. So
listen to this. This is Preston. He's got statistical, analytical smarts, like a master's degree.
I do.
In what?
Business administration.
Business.
MBA.
And something else. What's your undergraduate?
Banking and finance and risk and insurance.
Yeah, 2 degrees. And he's very ethical, which I like that. At least that's what all his friends say. And he's like a deacon or something at the church, and he's a good guy. True that?
Nobody's good, but yeah.
Nobody's perfect. I didn't say he's perfect. All right, so tell us what those statistics mean.
All right, so Among agents who completed Fast Track in the 6 months leading up to Family Reunion 2021, who also had at least some new issued paid personal production in the next 5 months. So when you look at their income over the next 5 months, the ones who attended earned an average of 2.3 times the amount of those who didn't attend.
230%. So if one guy was going to earn 100,000, the person that attended the event, how much did they make?
230,000.
230,000. 230% more money.
132% more than.
130% more than.
Yeah.
So they made 100. So you take 130% of that, which would be 130. So that means they made 230.
Yep.
That's big. Now some people say I can't afford to go to the convention. Do the math on that. You can't afford to go. Can you afford not to go? That's 130,000 more. I don't know how you can afford not to go. I think you'd be better off going in debt or borrowing money from somebody and then going based on these statistics.
Did you want any more?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. When you look at how many people they had downline there, so among people who came to Family Reunion who were new, they started in the 6 months leading up to Family Reunion. The people that had exactly one downline agent or couple there, just one, they had an average of 2.7 times the amount of those who didn't have any downline there over the next 5 months.
2.7, 270%.
Yeah, 177% more than.
So if I was going to make 100, I would make 270?
Yep. If you had
170,000 more by getting your boyfriend to come. You see what I'm saying? Okay.
The ones who had at least one downline, so one or more, earned an average of 3.3 times those who didn't have any downline there. So 230%.
What's the difference in the other one? One had one, what was the other one?
One was you had exactly one. Like
exactly
you
one.
didn't have two or more. So that was only 177% more than. But if you had one or more, all those together, that goes up to 230% more than. And the ones who had at least two would be 317% increase, 317% more income for those who had at least two downline there versus the ones that came with no downline there.
Okay. All right. So based on your math, financially, you're better off to come to the conventions, even if it costs $1,000. You'd be better off with those stats. Maybe if it costs $10,000, you'd be better off with those statistics.
Mm-hmm.
True that?
Yep.
Okay. Now, you understand statistics. For some people, it's not going to be any more money. But on the average person, it's 130,000 more or 170,000 more by being here and then getting somebody here. So if you're average or above, oh my God, it's a real big deal to be at the convention and try to bring somebody else to the convention compared to people that don't come or don't bring anybody. All right. Thank you, bud.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right. Thanks, Preston. We're going to keep needing you, bro. No. We're good here. All right.
People who moved up this month.
People moved up this month?
I haven't proofread it, but...
You haven't proofread it?
Yeah. So that's just the ones that moved up a qualified level from November to December. And here it is for people who... It includes October also. So.
Okay, let's do. We just got enough for just November to December.
Right.
From November to December, Mark Kennedy moved up 3 levels. From not even being qualified all the way to business promoter.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He was just not even on the page.
Right.
To a business promoter. So he would have moved all the way up to business promoter level. Congratulations, Mr. Kennedy. Kevin Lewis moved up 2 qualified levels from qualified team builder to qualified key leader. Bryant Duncan moved up 2 levels. Tanya Gentle moved up 2 levels. Is Tanya on this call? Yeah. There she is. What's up, Tanya? What's going on? 2 levels from qualified VP to qualified team leader. Tanya Paredes moved up 2 qualified levels. Faith Washington moved up 2 levels. Is Faith on here? No, I don't think so. Angel Garcia Carmona moved up 2 levels from VP to TL, team leader. Rafael Leal moved up from business developer to team builder. George Suffrant moved up 2 levels. Samuel Altieri moved up 2 levels. Gigi, I've been hearing Gigi a lot. I think that's the lady they're talking about, moved all the way up to business developer. Lindsay Dole moved up 2 levels. Brandon Wright, Stacy Colbreth, Valerie Taylor, Joe Dukes. What was you going to say about it?
These are the moved up 1 level, but they're in the AM or above level.
Oh, this is agency managers or above. So Joe Dukes and Venus, they moved up from vice president to executive vice president. That's a big level move. Eric and Bobby Belair moved up from national manager to vice president. Mike and Kate Marisi moved up from regional manager to national manager. Eduardo Soto, congratulations, buddy, from district manager to regional manager. James and Pam Alara moved up from key leader to qualified agency manager. That means they're getting rings this weekend. Fred and Cassie Butler moved up from qualified key leader to qualified agency manager. They will be getting rings this weekend. Kyle and Nina Harry moved up from qualified key leader to qualified agency manager, so they're getting rings. And I heard that Nina was driving up because she's like very, very with child, and they won't let her to fly because they don't like you to fly in a plane when you ready to have a baby. So she's going to drive up. And then there was a bunch more people that were below key leader that moved up. Thank you, man. That's very helpful, Preston. All right, y'all give Preston a hand. He's doing a great job. Okay, all right. So a lot going on here. A lot of people moving up. We're giving away, I think they said that either giving rings or promoted rings, 135 rings this weekend. People are getting these rings for promotions. We should get a couple. See if Robbie can bring us. Let us have a couple of those rings and show them what the agency manager rings look like. 40,000 bonus points. If you are thinking about coming to our meeting and you're brand new, I really wish you'd consider it because it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of education. Statistically, it makes sense. Plus, you get all these people that are brand new got a chance to get 40,000 bonus points toward all expense paid cruise, and that includes flights and everything. So hopefully one more person decided to come to the meeting. All right, let's see who we've got on here. Well, let's go to the gentles. Can y'all unmute and say hello?
Hey.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Hey guys, how are y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Good, and you? Good.
All right, Tanya, will you introduce you and your husband to everybody?
Well, I'm Tanya Gentle. This is David Gentle. We're on the.
Is that all you got to say about y'all?
Yeah, you know. We're on Brandon's Manley's team. We do this, but we also own another business as well. We started doing this because we've done it before. We know that there's good money in it. We believe in it, and we're really looking forward to what we can do this year after we get done with the convention, and we're really looking forward to the convention.
We lost touch with each other like what, 10 years ago?
Yes, back in
I think it was 14 years.
Yeah, it was like back in 2007, 2008. We went on, and that's where Amanda.
Years ago, we lost them.
Yeah,
we lost them. Well, what happened, Andy? Well, I don't know how old you are, but 2007 and 2008 was a nightmare in America. You think COVID was a mess, and I think it is a mess. Then banks shut down. Company, it was a nightmare, right? And so
Yes.
we lost touch during this flood or whatever happened in 2007 and 8. And so these guys started a cleaning business that's very successful. y'all got multiple six figures coming in, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Very successful business. Got a beautiful home in Georgia. Got a place to live in Vegas where you also have a cleaning business, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So my deal is, how do I help them get started faster? Okay. So I'm going to tell y'all how I want you to get started faster. The number one thing is to get them to come to the next event. Well, they've been to numerous small events around the country. As a matter of fact, we didn't even know they were coming to a meeting, and Brandon Manley was doing a meeting down in Georgia, and they showed up and said, "Hey, we want to get back started. We know y'all are a really great company, and we want to get richer with y'all." True that, Tanya?
That's right. That's right.
It's not complicated. They just said, "Hey." And so they got back started. So we got them coming to these meetings, and we started telling them about these other meetings, and they started coming to meetings. So you want to get people around other people as fast as possible. Then you really just want to connect to them. And I've connected with them. I know Brandon Manley has. I know Guterman's connected with them. But the next thing we want for y'all to do is start your network. Now, I know you guys have hired some people. Have you talked to some people that you know and got them in class yet, David and Tanya?
Yes.
Yes, we've got one. He's waiting on his license approval. He's already taken the test and passed. We have two that are going to take their test on Thursday, and then I think we've probably got about 8 or 9 more people in class right now.
Okay. Are any of those people from your past that you already knew, or is this just people from running advertisements? Give me a feel for that.
The one that's waiting on his license, we've actually he was a sheriff in deputy sheriff in the county that we live in, but we also do business with him because he's got 2 businesses as well. And the guy, one of the guys that is taking his test on Thursday, he works for us in our other business. And then there's another young lady. The other young lady, she works for me right now. She's actually setting recruiting appointments right now, but she's going to take her test Thursday.
Okay, so 2 I hear from your past that you already know. One works with you, and the other one's that y'all is a customer of yours, right?
Right.
Oh, my brother.
Oh yeah, and his brother too.
Don't be like, "Oh yeah," and his brother.
And his brother. Yeah, I forget about him all the time.
Don't do that to my man.
Actually, his brother's wife was the one who recruited me initially back in 2006.
Is that right?
Yeah,
That is so exciting. Okay. Can I tell y'all a little bit how to get going faster and get richer faster?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I would probably make some phone call. Not probably. Here's what I would do. I would call more people like that sheriff, and I would say really 4 things to them. I'd bring up insurance, leads, help, and mention a third party. You can mention me or Brandon or Guterman or whoever that you like talking about, and just say, "Hey, we're working with this guy in North Carolina," or, "Hey, we're working with this guy in St. Petersburg. We got these leads and we're saying insurance. And I know you have very successful." See, they do cleaning, so they know a lot of people that own businesses. So they can say, "I know you're really successful at making triggers." And they're like, "Hey, listen, you should come to work. You might be interested in helping us out. We need some help. Or do you know somebody be interested?" Like, I'm just telling y'all, when I started this, meaning network business, everybody in town knew I was in business. And they would laugh at me, make fun of me, and then they would sometimes try to help me. But the one thing I wasn't was a undercover networker. It wasn't a secret. I wasn't ashamed of it. Oh, I want to tell I want to tell my buddies like Adam Katz and Alex Avian and some other guys that have been with me for 30 some years, what we want to try to do is we want to shift to a more fun, more quality organization where we will tell everybody about our business so that Tanya and David want to share about our business more than ever. Okay? So all you new people, y'all are going to help us create that culture. But David and Tanya, I really would not mislead you. You should call more people that you know. And we can talk about how to say it. Will y'all do that today? Are y'all driving up here today or flying? What's y'all's game plan, Tanya?
We're actually leaving early in the morning tomorrow morning and driving up.
All right. Any chance you could call some of those people today because they might want to ride with you?
Sure, we can.
Not a lot.
Well, I know Caesar's riding with us.
What are you
Yeah,
thinking?
Caesar's
Maybe-
coming.
What's that?
Caesar's going to ride with us.
What'd you say?
We do have one.
Okay. Well, the next people you get might have to drive themselves because we don't want too crowded in that car for that, long drive. Who are you thinking that you might talk to? Like, who's on that list?
Hold on a
We're having
second.
trouble with the.
Hang on a second. Sorry.
Having trouble. I'll hang on, no problem. Y'all other guys got to get prepared. You know you're going to get the same questions. Mimi.
So, I'm thinking, what? I don't know. Josh?
Yeah.
Call your brother?
Yeah.
You
I'm
got
trying to
another
think of
brother?
anybody else local. No. Called his brother Josh.
I don't care if they're local. Josh, how come we hadn't called Josh yet? No, don't answer that. But let's call Josh and see if he's interested.
Okay.
So we're going to commit to that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And Johnny. We'll call
All right.
Johnny.
And we'll call Johnny too.
Is he another brother?
No, he's the guy that works for us.
You met him in Atlanta.
You met him
Yeah,
in
I met
Atlanta.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else you thinking? Think of somebody, about a customer. Somebody that y'all clean houses for or clean, they do commercial houses, business. Who owns a business or maybe they're a manager there?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely brainstorm and get on it.
I'm brainstorming right now. We just want to have a small breeze, not like a storm, just a little breeze storm. Just give me one name, just first name.
Hey, Tiffany, let's invite
How
Tiffany.
many
No,
customers do
she
y'all
don't.
have?
She don't own a business.
How many accounts? How many accounts do y'all have?
Well, customers about 1,800. We have weekly, we deal with probably about 150.
Yeah, Chad
Yeah, Chad.
Kaysen would
Yeah.
probably be the best person. He would be the more. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Put me on the spot here.
Now, true that. You don't have to be. You don't have to be 100% committed to this business in the beginning. Okay. But if you were 100% committed in the beginning, you could get to the result you want faster. You see what I'm saying? Like if you want to be a weightlifter or a bodybuilder and you want to go in 10% committed, that's a great start. And then let's say a year or 2 years now, you could be 100% committed. But see, you could actually be 100% committed to the weightlifting day one. You could just, okay. What happened to me when I first got started, the way I first got started, you would mail this money to this guy in Miami. You just mail him money, and he would mail you back money. I was committed immediately. I took all the money I had, mailed it. Other people, they asked a lot of questions, and they watched. And while they watched, we were sending money, and he was mailing it back. So by the time some people got in, the detectives and the police and all the FBI was already on to him. So when then they went money, you see what I'm saying? Like, we went all in fast, okay? And then when I got in Amway, I was telling everybody I was in. And everybody was making fun of me and laughing at me, calling me the soap boy and all that stuff, you know, and the network marketing boy, and I didn't care. Hey, at least I knew what they were calling me before. I don't even know if they knew. And then when I got in insurance, I told everybody. I started calling everybody. Hey, man, listen, hooked up in this insurance thing. We got leads. It's unbelievable. And I thought about you. And that's how I found Alex Avian. That's how I found Adam Katz. Like, I just called everybody and told them. Does that make sense? It's not complicated. This is simple. Those are the people that got the richest with me, and that's the people that helped me get the richest, is the ones that I already knew. You said, but if you didn't know people, they could do it too. Yes, but it's not as fast, typically. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, who was that last person y'all said? Chase? He sounded smart.
Tad Kaysen.
Chad Kaysen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's call him and see what he says. If he says no, that's good. If he says yes, that's good. If he says maybe, then just repeat it back to him again. Or if he says, tell me more, then you just tell it back to him again. Got it? What if he says yes? What do we do? Well, call somebody. Say, hey, I got a hot one. He wants in. What do we do? You say, well, all right, we know. Just sign him up. Okay, then if you know, sign him up. But some people don't know. They need to, hold on a second. I'm going to call somebody. I ain't never had nobody say yes before. You know, then you call you upline. You tell them about it. Hey, you introduce them and let them get them started. And then hopefully what they'll do is tell them about the convention and tell them how great it is. And see if we can get them here. Does that make sense? Am I complicating this or am I simplifying this?
Simplifying it.
Okay. Now, this is what I do all the time, Alan. I just talk about it. Say again. What'd you say, Tanya?
I just said you simplified it.
Okay, so y'all gonna call 5 or 6 today?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, is that Jose Compton I see on there? Looks like Jose. Jose, did you get your haircut? Oh,
Dude,
no.
I feel like I need another
connection. Look at mine. I let mine grow long and you cutting yours off. Huh?
Dude, I ain't got no more beard or nothing. You see that?
You look more honest without that beard.
Yeah, I kind of got that at the door when I was going up to the door going into the appointments. I was kind of like, you know what? I wonder if people are looking at me weird because I got this big old Amish beard. I might need to cut this. So I ended up trimming it. And as soon as I trimmed it, Andy, that $35 investment of cutting my hair, I wrote like, shoot, my production went right up the roof because of my looks.
I love you, Jose. Jose, you've made a lot of money already this year.
You know, it's the crazy thing. Last year, January was my first year. January, I only made $500 from the 2 weeks of working.
You made $500 last January.
Yeah, from the 2 weeks of this month, of the beginning of January, I've already made $8,000, going on about 12.
Yay, Jose! Jose! 1 year ago, he made $500 in January, the whole month, and now what's today? 17th or 18th? 19th. So by the 19th, he's already made $8,000 in his pocket. Yeah, but he had the expense of cutting that Santa Claus beard. $35. Hey, I'm excited, man. $8,000. Let me tell you something my mom used to tell me. Don't spend it all in one place, okay? And my dad said, don't let it burn a hole in your pocket. It's okay to have some money. You don't have to spend it all.
Right, exactly. But the thing about it is you want to diversify. Make that money make money for you, because scary money don't make money. You know, last year, if I would have learned that, and if I would have stuck to people, I'm just going to shout his name out, Brian Rojas, Stephanie Rodriguez, good friends of mine that said, Jose, you need to invest into a GMR. You need to invest into leads. I probably would have made more my first year, but now that I'm investing, dude, it's going out the roof. I don't even know what to do with this money.
You talk to me, bro. Talk to me. I'm going to help you what to do with it.
I'm talking to you. I'm going there this weekend.
Okay.
2.5 days. I got 10 hours. I'll be in North Carolina now.
There you go.
You're flying in from Washington State, right?
I'm driving, dude. I left Monday at 12 p.m. I'm going to be there tonight at 11:54. It takes me 2.5 days to drive across country to get to this. Fired up, dude.
I love you, Jose. Oh, now I remember. I got him on my jet one time. My man does not like to fly. I was holding a plastic bag in front of him the whole time. You remember that?
I don't think I ever had so many mints in about 30 minutes in my life, or cans of soda. Thank Jane, bless her heart. I had so much soda and so many mints because I was about to throw up.
My wife was feeding him peppermints. You know we're going to solve your fear of flying problem. You know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to Cancun, Mexico, dude. I'm gonna have to go talk to my doctor or something, give him some medicine.
We're gonna get you a psychiatrist. I bet you the statistics won't do a bit of good with him. He's gonna drive all that way. 29,000 people gonna die in automobile wrecks. Ain't nobody gonna die in an airplane crash. He don't care. You watch where you're going. Look, he's riding down the road on a Zoom call, scared to fly.
Hey, I'm more in charge. If I'm in charge, I like it. If I'm in a plane, I'm not in charge.
Okay, the next time you fly on a jet, I'm gonna put you in the pilot seat.
I don't know nothing about it.
Hey, I am proud of you, man. Congratulations on $8,000 investing in your business. Oh, did you hear that part where you're supposed to call all of the people you know, Jose?
Yeah, I was just listening to that. That's what I was texting you earlier, and me and you were talking. I'm probably about 80% confident in my production. I never know it all. If I know it all, then I'm never going to learn. And if I have that mentality, my money's never going to grow. But at the same time, I'm out of that 80% production, I'm only like 10% knowledge with recruiting. So my biggest goal for coming to this thing is, it's nice if I have myself writing 8,000, but what if I had 5 other people that were writing 8,000 along with me?
What'd you say, what?
It's got another $4,000 getting ready to bank.
Oh, how much more money you think you'll make this month in January?
Sure, I know I'm going to make at least, my goal is at least 15.
15,000 this month. I know. You tell me, do you have an engineering degree? I can't remember, Jose.
No, dude, I'm a welder. I used to, I went to school for welding. A good enough degree, and I also was doing door knocking for a windshield replacement in Florida. Cold door knocking, trying to get replaced windshields out of a brand new car, and work with insurance companies so I can get paid.
2 good jobs for training. A welder. If you're a welder, you're going to be really good at this business. Or if you've done door-to-door windshield repair. He did both of those things. So if y'all know anybody that's a welder or a windshield repair door-to-door person, get them because they're going to be really good. Right, Jose?
That's exactly right, man. Well, anybody doing door-to-door. I just seen somebody the other day that was door-to-door trying to do solar systems, and I was like, dude, have you thought about insurance? I try to recruit them right then and there. Anybody that I see out and about door knocking, they're going to be good because they're already based off commission. They also have an entrepreneur mindset. But what if they could go? What if they go somewhere where they don't got a door knock, and then they could go buy leads, and then their ROI is already right there, right off the bat, like within a couple of days of them even going out.
Hey, Jose, here's what I need for you to do, okay?
Yeah.
Talk to about, well, when you get through with this phone call, go through your phone and look at some people you knew from 10th grade, 11th grade, when you was a welder, and just call them up and practice. It's free. It's no charge. Call them up and say, hey, man, listen, how's the welding business? Good. You know, sparkles everywhere. And you go like, well, good. I'm glad it's going good. The reason for the call, it's called a transition phrase. The reason I'm calling you is I've got into this insurance thing, and we got a bunch of leads, and we need some help, and I thought about you. I'm working with this real smart guy in Indianapolis named Patrick Connors. He's really smart. He's got like a rocket propulsion engineering degree, but you know I don't have a degree, but Patrick does. Anyway, I thought about you, Bob. Would you be interested in a side hustle? Don't say, would you like to change your life? Would you like to make millions of dollars? Would you like to get in the insurance industry? No. Just ask him, would he be interested in a little side hustle, a little something with you? Will you do that, Jose?
Dude, I'll do it. I need people, man. I got too much work on my hand. I need people.
Jose, that'll work. Just keep it more simple, okay? Like with that door knocking guy, what you want to say to him is, hey, man, we got a lot of direct mail leads and we need some help and it's in the insurance. Would you be interested in a side hustle? Don't sell him on the industry. Don't tell him that we can make millions. I screwed up so bad the other day. I was in Las Vegas and this concierge, y'all know a concierge, like at a hotel, and I was asking him a place to eat, and I talked to him a couple of times. His name's Carmen. And I said, Carmen, are you interested in doing a side hustle outside of your concierge work? He said, yeah. I said, okay, so I got his number. And he says, okay, I'm excited about this. And I said, I got two people that make millions of dollars here in Dallas. You know what he said? I just wanted to make like maybe $300 or $400 a week extra. And I was like, you see what I'm doing? I messed up by taking, you know what I mean? He just wanted a side hustle. And when I told him that some people making millions, it messed the whole thing up. Now he won't return our phone calls or nothing. He was fired up because he could make $300 or $400, $500 a week on side hustle. But when I told him that, now he thought, oh my God, he wants me to get out of my concierge job. I love my concierge job. So I screwed. You see what I'm saying? I got too big too fast. Jose, does this make sense?
Yeah, it really does. It's you got to think of this, you know, and I'm starting to really like, I just had my whole year in insurance. December was my anniversary. So I'm starting to really get a lot of connection with personal insurance, like writing insurance and also recruiting. It's the same way. If you go into a home and you're talking way too much gibberish and way too much big talk to these people, you'll scare them. And then you're just not going to get the sale. But if you keep it simple and light, man, they're going to be with you all day long.
Okay, Jose. I'm excited to see you. We're going to focus this weekend's training on how to build your business. But you need to call and talk to at least 5 or 6 people and tell me how that goes, okay?
Gotcha, buddy.
Is that a big 10-4? I'm going to go with yes. All right. I don't know who Kim is. Do you know Kim? Who's Kim P? Kim P? I don't know your last name. What's your name?
Kim Pavlik. I talked to you a couple of times over the phone.
Who invited you on the call?
I'm under Mimi Romero, and I'm on Stephen Davies' team.
Are you in Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania or something like that?
Yeah. Yep. You hooked me up with Mr. Soto and talked to me about my daughter doing an internship.
Yeah. Did we make any progress with your daughter in the internship? Was that media?
Yeah, well, so she actually decided to go ahead and study for her licensure. So she's already with the Alliance, and she's studying right now. And while
So did
she's
she
in
do
college,
media?
yeah, she does the digital marketing.
Did she study in media?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like digital marketing.
Yeah.
Maybe she could still help us. Hey, maybe she could do digital marketing with your business and her business.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yes.
Well, and I just recruited my mother. She's coming to convention. She's flying up from Florida, so she can do my mom's too.
Wow. Where's your mom live in Florida?
She's Boynton Beach, so right about 20 miles south of West Palm.
You know, I was just looking at buying a car down there, a Bentley SUV down in that area. Boynton Beach. I'm going to go on Boynton and see where that is. See if it's near. Do you ever go down there and see her?
Yeah, actually my plan is to be down there at least once a week, a month, working in Florida.
Oh, if I lived in Pennsylvania, that would be my plan also.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to be working in Florida for a little bit. Yeah, you down right down there in Boca. You right down there near that boy Trump's house. He ain't far from there.
Yep, she's about 25 minutes from there.
Down there. Yeah. I'm over in St. Pete. Me and Jane and Brandon and Haley and Hilda. Is that right? Mike Hilda? Hilla. There's no D in there. Just Hilla. Well, that is exciting. And so you're coming down to the convention?
Yep. I was able to get 5 people studying for their exams. Christy's on the call too. She's coming down. And I've got my sister-in-law coming down and my mother. So we've got 4 of us coming for Mimi's team.
Well, you know, based on the statistics that my smart guy Preston read earlier, you're in a great position.
I liked those statistics.
Did you like those numbers? The way the first month, Jose made $500, and he's been doing it for a year, and he looks like he's already made 8. He thinks he's going to make 15. Let's just say he's going to make 10 this month after a year. So if you went to college for a year, you know, you have to pay them. Wow, I'm excited. Where's your daughter in school again? What college?
She's in the city of Pittsburgh at Point Park University.
Point. What is it?
It's Point Park. It's right next to the University of Pitt. It's right next to Heinz Field, the big football field for the Steelers.
Okay. Cool. Is she excited to come down?
I saw thumbs down to Steelers, Rob.
Wait, what? What happened?
Rob gave me a thumbs down when I said Steelers.
Oh, I don't listen to Rob. He's probably like a Rams fan or something. I don't know. Or Vegas or whatever. I don't know. Okay. So, has your daughter have y'all been to North Carolina before?
I'm not to where you guys are at.
No. How many people be in Burlington? It's the prettiest part of the state. Well, we're excited for you to come down. Hey, tell me about this Christy girl. Is Christy on the show? Can I see her?
Yes.
Is that her? Tell me about her, Kim.
She and I work together for another insurance agency. And when I left and came to the Alliance, and I told her how amazing this place is and how much I believed in what we were doing here. And it was a quick phone call with her calling Adam, and she came on board.
Woohoo! What did you say about Adam? Who did you say about Adam?
Yeah, who works for Stephen Davies. He's the one that recruited me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Well, tell me. Let me say hey to Christy. Hey, Christy. How long have you known Kim? And is she a good person? And
she's wonderful. I've known her about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. We hit it off pretty quick. Same ideas, same goals.
Good deal. Y'all have, so she's got a daughter coming to this meeting. Do you have children?
I have 3 children. My oldest is also my oldest is a junior at Barron, Penn State Barron, and she's also a marketing major.
Wow.
And I have an 18-year-old son who's actually in welding school. And then I have a sophomore in high school.
Great training. Great training. Welding is great training. And they're in high demand.
Yes.
And there's sparks everywhere. And you get to wear a cool made face mask.
Yes.
Yeah. It's hot.
A little bit dangerous.
And what was the third one? You got one in marketing, you got one in welding, and what's the third one?
She's a sophomore in high school.
Cool deal. So I've got me and my wife have a 26. Well, she might be 27. I'm gonna go with 20. I'm gonna go with 27. I'm going with 27. How old's Haley? 27.
I don't remember she's my age.
Okay, and she'll be here. And she got a degree in business, and then she got a degree in global luxury marketing, I think. And she'll be here. She's married to Brandon Manley. They'll be here together. And then our son, Spencer, he's 23. He just graduated NC State. I think Haley's only 26. She will be 27. So Spencer's 23. He just got started in business with us. He got a business degree from North Carolina State. And his girlfriend, Meredith, she'll be here. She's in nutrition. Yeah, she's all concerned about our health and what we put in our cake hole, you know? Very, very peculiar about, like, she wants you to be healthy, you know? But she don't say nothing. Thank goodness. But you can see her looking. That's exciting. We got family coming in. Mimi, what say you about these two? You haven't met Chrissy yet?
Yes, I met them both. So I went to Pennsylvania earlier this month and hang out with them. We spent about 4 or 5 days together, run an appointment together. I helped them fast track their family and stuff like that. We had fun. I met the kids, Christy's kids and everything, and Kim's kids.
When are you going back out there?
Next month.
When are you going back out there?
Next month.
February?
Yes, sir.
Have you got a date set?
I'm thinking mid-February, but I haven't gotten my ticket yet.
All right. Well, mid-February is Valentine's Day, so you got to be careful.
Okay.
They might have dates or something.
Oh, for them. Yeah, that works. I'll make sure.
Kim, how's that week look like for you and Christy from the 14th to the 18th, you know, Valentine's week? How's that look?
Looks good for me. And Christy, she won't have a date.
You don't know?
I'm just kidding. She'll be my date.
Okay. All right. So I think it's looking good, Mimi.
Yes.
That date. Me and Jane will not be available. We're going down to Belize for Valentine's and hang out in one of those things, you know, out over the water and stuff. Yeah, that's right. Ha! I ain't never been there before. Okay. All right. Is this helping this is how I get people started fast. I try to get them to the meetings. I get to know them. I figure out Christy, boom. Have you started anybody? Have you got anybody class? Have you thought about anybody? So Kim called Christy because Christy called anybody. So Christy, have you talked to anybody or you have anybody in class?
I've had a few people have conversations with Mimi, one that was in the business before. I think they're just a little too shy to make the move.
Yeah. We got to get them to make the move, Mimi. I got an idea. When Mimi comes back, maybe you could talk them into meeting Mimi in person, and then in person, she can seal the deal.
Sounds good to me.
What do you think, Christy?
Sounds good.
So here's the way you do it. Christy. So you call them up and say, hey, listen, you know that girl I was telling you about with the funny accent, the one from California?
Oh, Haiti.
She's doing really good. Yeah, from Haiti. Comes from Haiti. So she's coming out here February 14th. I think we'll do the 15th because y'all got dates and stuff on the 14th. But the 15th, we're going to do a party at my house. Party at Christy's house. Would y'all come over here? Okay. So then they say, yeah. Okay, so you get them nailed down. Christy, I'm telling you how to make money. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So you get them nailed down for the 15th for the party at your house, right? And let them bring something. They say, can we bring something? Don't say, no. I say, absolutely. Here's what you're in charge of bringing. And then whatever, the party strategy is, you go like, you bring the beer or you bring the chips or you bring none of that tortilla dip that you make. Give them something to do like that and let them come over. You with me? Now, once you've nailed down this date of the 15th, now what you do is you say things to them like, you know what you ought to do? And you got to say it like you just thought of it. Say, you know what you ought to do? You ought to get your license back because you let it lapse. You ought to get it back so that when it gets here, you'll be impressor. Does that make sense? And then if they say, well, my license is already good. So, if your license is already good, you know what you ought to do? You ought to look at some of the carriers we got and maybe get appointed with foresters and maybe learn some of the stuff we got so you can have better questions when she comes all the way out here from California. What part of California you live in, Mimi?
Orange County, California.
Coming all the way from Orange County, California. She's going to come all the way from Orange County. You ought to make a little progress so we impress her because we don't want to think we're a bunch of dum-dums up in here because we're from Pennsylvania. So we want to get impress her and do a little better. Oh, Kim, you don't just have to have her or Christy have people. Do you think you could have some of your people come over there too?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
To Christy's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we do it at your house, Christy, or is that too much?
Oh, absolutely. You can do it. Absolutely. Party house it is.
Maybe this is going to be fun.
It
I wish
was
I was
funny.
going to be there, but I'm not.
I'll send you
I'm going
pictures.
to be elsewhere, but. Okay. All right. This is how I have built a business just like this. Okay? Now, I'm going to teach a lot more at the convention. I've been working on this talk for like 4 weeks and talking to go, and I got a strategy. And I'm going to talk to you just like, I'm going to pretend like it's the last chance. I hope it's not the last chance I ever talk to you, but I'm going to pretend like it's the last talk I ever give. I really want to tell you exactly how to do it. And it's a long, I've given myself a lot of time to have this conversation. And my children are going to be in the audience, and Kim's little girl is going to be in the audience. So I'm going to give it everything I can, Kim, and hope your daughter listens and gets it. And then the next 10, 15 years that she succeeds, wildly successful. Okay?
Yes.
Cool?
Cool.
All right. All right, cool. Alan, that's my brother's name. You know that, right?
Yep.
And you spell it the same way as my brother, too. I'm going to talk to you about this thing, too. Hopefully there's some things you hadn't been doing, and you can pick up on them. You can start doing it. It'll be a wild improvement in your business. Okay, now it's nice to meet you, Christy. I can't wait to see you in person. It's going to be so much fun. Don't let anything stop you. We had this guy say, it's going to be weather down there. It's like, it's always weather down here. And he was like, bad weather. I said, no, it's going to snow. That's not bad weather. That's snow. Sleet, that would be bad. Snow's no problem. And on the highways, like from the airport to our place, there ain't going to be nothing on the road. Now, out in the country where I live, that's a problem, but you don't live out there. So I don't care what the weather is, just make it. That makes sense? People say, are you going to broadcast it? Nope. Are you going to stream it? Nope. So if we don't come, we're not going to get the information. Nope. Got to be here. Why y'all do that? Because the guy that's coaching us on how to get 10,000 people to an event. See, we're only going to have like maybe 1,000 people here. That's a lot, but we want to have 10,000 people. So like the next event, Kim, we're going to have it out west somewhere. I'm not sure where. It's going to be closer to you, Mimi. So your deal, Kim, is if you're going to have 4 people here, you want to have 24 people at the next meeting. Make sense, Kim? So let's say you have 4 down here. Well, then February party at Christy's house, we have 10 or 12. Well, then we want all those 12 to try to get 3 more and get like 36 going to the next meeting. Is this making sense? Everybody understand this? This is how I did this. Now, I haven't got a lot of time to get through this, so I'm just talking about all these new people, but this is the way it works. Okay, Caleb. Now, Caleb got in our business. Caleb, raise your hand and say hello to everybody and tell them where you're from and stuff.
What's going on, Andy? I don't know how I feel about staring at the back of Guterman's head anymore, but it is what it is, right? No, I'm Caleb Kid-Coy from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and was just in Vegas with Mr. Albright here last week. So we won't share details, right, Andy?
No, we won't.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
And I just took Guterman's head out of the screen for you.
All right.
You feel better about that?
A little bit.
A little bit skewed. Gotta move over this way. That was Guterman's hand. Guterman, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Throw your hat up.
I can make it worse for me.
Ooh, this is terrible right here. Make it worse. Ooh, what about that?
Man.
Ooh, that's no good. All right.
Oh, there we go. Now I can see everybody.
Yeah, see everybody.
That's better.
Caleb, you got a fancy looking setup right there, man. You got the mic, got the headset, and got the dark in the background. Look like you've done a Zoom or two before in your life.
Been around the block a few times.
That's what we call addressing the elephant in the room quickly. A lot of people, they hang up the phone and they go, wonder why he had a mic. Wonder why. And I go, why didn't you ask him? It's called the elephant in the room. Erica, you tracking on this? Do you remember the first time I met you? You will never forget it. And I'll try never to forget it. First thing I did is address the elephant in the room, right? What's the elephant? What was the elephant? You're going to have to scream louder. What was the elephants in the room with you?
With me?
Yeah. I was the elephant. She said I was the elephant. Yeah. So, like, there was quick things I talked to her about. She's really young, and so I was like, dadgum, how do you find out about us? You're so young, right? And so what's the connection? And then there was other things that immediately I would get the elephant in the room. And with a new person, so always, you want to get everybody to calm down and get the elephant straight. So same thing, everything when you make a sale in a house, if you go in a house and if there's smoke coming out of a bedroom or something, you're like, hey, there's smoke coming from that room back there. I don't know if y'all noticed that. You got to address the problems or the concerns, or if they have a stove and like you're in the kitchen and you can see like, hey, looks like somebody stole your stove. There's nothing, there's a hole there, and then, or like one guy was telling me he went in he was missing a leg. And he said, what happened to your leg? And he said, you're missing one of them. The guy was like, yeah, what happened? I got shot in the Army. And he's like, oh, okay. Because rather than ignoring it, address it in a nice sort of way. Does that make sense? So like, hey, Caleb, looks like you got a professional studio. What did you do with that studio, Caleb?
I held more Zoom calls than I can count, but I had an online radio program and podcast as well.
Okay, good deal. So, good deal. And the subject matter for the online podcast?
A couple different things, but business, entrepreneurship, legacy consulting, and just family dynamics in general, relationships, how to strengthen and nurture relationships. And then we even went so far as to talk global economics and politics, unfortunately.
I was thinking you said not to address what stays in Vegas, happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. Let me tell you something. That did not stay in Vegas, baby. Woo-hoo. That is solid right there, baby. I was so fired up to bring that back to the house. Oh, shoot. Now my wife probably just saw all that. Oh, shoot. So, I clearly met Caleb in Vegas because I was going out there for another business meeting, and he lives in Colorado Springs. So I said, hey, it can't be too expensive for you to pop down to Vegas so we'll hang out a little bit. Got him to another meeting. We had already been telling him about our convention. So the first thing I'm talking about, hey, so are you coming to the convention in Burlington? Well, Goodham had already been talking to him. So now, are you coming? I can't remember. Are you here? Caleb, are you going to make it?
I'm here. I'm coming.
Okay. All right. Not everybody on this call can make it to Burlington, but so Caleb's going to make it. Caleb, last night I was talking to you, and I was trying to talk you into calling some people that you already know, and I felt confident that I'd got you to do it, but I don't know if you did it or not. Were you able to accomplish that task or parts of it?
I did. I called a family member, and then I reached out to a client, and I told her, I said, listen, I'm working with this guy by the name of Tom Murphy, and he's going into some schools and different things like that and helping these teachers out with 403B accounts. And she said, oh, well, that's cool. I'm connected with a bunch of schools and a bunch of nonprofits, and I'm going to hook you up with everybody. So I said, let's do it. And right here, if you can see these folders I'm holding up right here, I've got a red folder and a yellow folder. I dug out some of my older estate clients who I'm going to be calling up and seeing what I can do for them.
Okay, so your friend that's connected to the school system, what's the first name of that friend?
Teresa.
And Teresa said, yeah, I'm interested in that.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not asking you, and I'm not mad, and I'm not like excited. I'm just going to say, if I was talking to Teresa, I would have said, oh my gosh, I just thought about it. Murphy is going to be in Burlington, North Carolina this weekend. I know it's last minute. Just a thought. You might want to fly out there with me and meet him in Burlington. You see how I did that?
Yes.
Caleb, see how quick that was?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's because, Hannah, it's at the top of my mind all the time. I know the best thing I can do for Teresa is to get her to that convention. I know the best thing I can do for Kim's daughter is to get her to come to that convention. I know the best thing I can do for you is get your boyfriend to that convention. Boom. I'm on it just like that. Boom. Okay. This is how we do it. Evan, this is how we do it. You got to think like that. Like, people think all kinds of stuff. And that stuff's complicated as everything. Narrow, simple, clear. how many people you get to come to conventions has to do with how much money you make in your life. Okay. Okay. Did you think about doing that with Teresa, or did you do it either way?
Well, her interest lies more in the products itself and then connecting me to the schools and the nonprofits for selling the products. So it wasn't necessarily from a recruiting standpoint.
I know. You told me that. I got it. So you didn't think about inviting her out here to meet Tom?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Do you see that everything you just said about her, it would be perfect for come out here and meet Tom Murphy?
I do.
You see what I'm saying? What you did is you complicated it, and you're a genius. I know. I think you're smart. You know that. But what you did was too much. I know we need to get her to come to the event. I know that we need to come to the event. You go, well, if we get her to come to the convention, she might decide to get in. She might give 100 referrals. You see what I'm saying? Like, simple. What are you laughing at, Gooderman?
I love your answer. I love it.
So it's a complimentary laugh. You're not laughing at me.
I love it.
You love me?
Yes.
I love you too.
I appreciate that.
We'll give him another hat when I get a chance. Okay. Caleb, did you ask her? I know it sounds crazy, but you might be interested in making some money off of the deal.
I did not.
I know she's going to help you.
I should have.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. At least you talk. I said at least. I don't think that's what I'm supposed to say. I'm going to say, great job talking to Teresa. Because did you have butterflies before you called? You're like, oh, shit. Whew. Oh, let me call Teresa. Let me ask her about this. Did you at all?
No, I was too excited. I love this culture
You were
already.
so excited.
Yeah, I love this culture. I'm in.
Okay. All right. Tell me about the other person.
Well, I called my mama and I told her, we need to review and get you and Dad in some life insurance and annuities as well. So there you go.
Did you ask her if she'd be interested in helping us with the business and maybe getting in with us?
That's my next call because I already know the answer to that question. It's a yes.
Let that sink in. Caleb, good job.
Thank you, Andy. Excited to see everybody this weekend.
So it seemed like to me I counted 3 people you talked to. Teresa, your mama, and somebody else.
Yeah, I just texted Diana, who was our Uber driver in Vegas, and she's got the information. She wants to get licensed and come on board too.
She's the one that said life is hard, right?
That's the one.
Lost her husband. She's what do you call it? Her husband's dead, so what's that make her, a widow?
She's a widow with 2 minor kids. Yep.
Yeah. Tough life. Working 6 days a week, about 9 hours a day driving Uber. Not happy about it.
You know what she just told me, Andy?
Caleb told her she ought to.
She just told me her kids didn't get the death benefit check this month, and she is looking at getting evicted in a week and a half. So she needs this.
Did she get signed up in class yet?
I'm going to check with her. I'm going to give her a call today.
Caleb. I'm looking at Gooderman. Gooderman, last night I told him, I said, Caleb, Gooderman is not sure if you're crazy enough to do this, but I think you're crazy enough. That's what I told him. So I'm going to tell Gooderman, what I would like for you, right now he's on pace to be a multimillionaire with us, but it's a little further out than I would like for it to be. I would like for you to attempt to move it up quicker so he becomes a multimillionaire quicker. You see what I'm saying, Clay? Can you see, Clay, in your vast experience, how long have you been working with me, Clay?
7 years.
7 years. Can you see ways that Caleb could speed up the process? Yeah. So I want you to share some of the ways. Caleb, would you like to know some ways to speed up the process?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm excited about meeting you in Vegas again. I can't remember. When I was with you, did I win a lot or lose a lot?
Well, it depends on which night you're talking about. first night we won
two
a lot.
nights? Oh, that's right. That's right, because I gave you a quarter. I gave him a quarter, and he turned it into $850. And how long did it take?
Less than an hour, I think.
Well, in other words, he rolled for an hour and made $850. Well, let's just guess that I was betting a lot more than he was, and he was hitting numbers like crazy. True that, Caleb?
True that.
The next night, you were with me too?
Yes, sir.
That was terrible.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary.
That was terrible. Yeah, but you wasn't with me the third night.
Nope.
Third night was insane good.
All right.
So that's the way it went. Pretty good, god awful, insane good. And I was working the whole time. So talking, recruiting. All right. So exciting, man. We like to have fun. Y'all get fun, you're out. Like to make money. You don't have to play craps. You don't have to do that at all. But if you like it, it'll be cool. Or blackjack. But if you don't even like Vegas. My wife don't Vegas. She don't like Vegas, but she's 100% in. We're doing Belize. We'll do Belize together. You see what I'm saying? You gotta go where people want to go. All right, we're making progress. I want to say hey to my friend Sheila Mack. Hey Sheila Mack. I don't think you're going to make it out to our next. Hey there, how are you?
I am doing well. Yes, from Vegas. So I got to meet Caleb and Adam as well. So I'm with Adam Ellis and Adam Katz team, and very new. Sadly, I have some kind of a very bad cold. The doctor says it's something else going around, and everybody at my wellness center canceled classes. So I've been homesick, but I have been calling people every day. So I'm working from home, connecting with friends about all this.
I have figured out how not to get COVID. Don't get tested.
That's right. That's it.
That's my new revelation. I'm like, don't get tested.
Yep.
Then you won't have it. What if I'm sick? Take some aspirin, Tylenol. What's that stuff we're supposed to take? I'm a featuring.
I'll tell you later.
Oh, let's piss off the world. Let's tell them what they're supposed to take. Ivermectin. Get you some ivermectin. Tylenol. Zyrtec. A vitamin C. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Just put you a bunch of that water. Then you don't got the COVID. And you'll get well. Or you won't. Well, that's the way it's going to work out. We've been studying this thing. All right. Well, I'm sorry. You make sure you get plenty of fluids. I know that's something else you're supposed to say to people.
Drinking.
Matter of fact, let me one of those waters. Anybody else that wants one, you can have one. They're free. Free. Now, Sheila Mack runs a radio show also. When you do, tell me about your radio show. Do you do like on a Zoom call show, or is it just where they can't see you?
I use a StreamYard so they can see me, and the StreamYard goes to my social, and then it goes to NBC Radio, KCAA, and it goes to the on-demand TV, and then all the podcasting channels. So about a year ago, they gave me a music spot, so it's doing well. It's a good show.
Well, We've talked a lot about you, Sheila. Let's talk about me now. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
Well, I was just wondering, you've seen part of my show. You think I could do a show?
You could totally do a show. Let's do a show.
Okay. So what you do is like take this show, is streaming, then I would edit it and then put it up. Where would I put it up? Put it up on a podcast or put it up on a stream for the, what do you call it? The KNBC or ABC or whatever you said?
Yeah, I mean, the radio, this has an audience already, and then you build your audience. So it's 3 to 5 million a month is our average listenership. And then if you send it to all your social, it's all the people you know. Podcast is a whole different thing that it goes to all those channels, and that's a whole different avenue. So you can do one or all. It just depends what your goal is. Yeah.
We have some super talented people on this show today. We've got a welder. We got a radio show host. We got a podcast guy. You know, we've got 2 insurance agents that got on already in insurance. It's crazy how talented this crowd is. Now, Sheila Mack, have you talked to you've got your daughter. Is she still interested, or do we keep her excited?
Yes. She is studying. She is. She's actually at UNLV right now, so she's in and out with school, but she is studying and getting her license very soon.
What's her name?
She's Shayla.
Shayla and Shayla.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And did she just turn 19 or 20?
27. She looks really young.
She just turned 27 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She does look young. She just turned 27 years old. And she's still interested and fired up.
Oh, definitely. Yes, she's got some friends she's telling it about, and she's really excited to learn. She's creating a study guide. And so
think about this. You, Guterman, just put a guy in class who has an electrical, he's 3 years into getting his electrical engineering degree from NC State. He's getting a minor in physics. Okay? No. He just got his license. He passed. He's got his license. Well, when he graduates NC State, he's got 1 more year. He's not going to make any money. I mean, he'll do an intern job, maybe $20 an hour, intern. Well, when he graduates a year from now, look up, somebody Google average starting salary of electrical engineer, 4-year degree. He's going to make what that average is. And then he's going to get a 5% increase and a 5% increase and a 5% increase. Do you think he'll be making as much money as Jose? Isn't that interesting? To me, that's interesting that he would have a 4-year, super smart, hope he's watching the show today. And don't get me wrong, if he wants to become an electrical engineer and do that after graduate, what's the average starting salary? 68,000 coming out with a 4-year degree. After you've paid that university, I don't know, $100,000, you give them $100,000, your life for 4 years, and then you make 68,000. What if he's above average and makes like 79,000 a year? And then Jose, first 1 full year, and then let's just say 10 grand. Let's say he clears it and makes 10 grand. It's just, to me, mind-boggling the success you can have in this business. And he does not have a network yet. He's going to start working on that, but he's going to build a network as opposed to Kim, who's already started one. Caleb's already started one. Okay. Is this encouraging, Sheila Mack?
I'm encouraged. Very encouraged.
How about any of the other people that we had at your meeting when we did that little meeting? Is any of them stand out that they're interested in getting started?
Yes, so Tammy's getting started, and the two, I forgot her name, Candace is getting started with Al, so that's somebody already on my team, I guess, and so she's going to get started as well. And there's a couple others on the fence that are still thinking about it, but we're talking. So they're going to come to another meeting later today.
Is Adam Ellis and Adam Katz, are they helping you network with these other people?
Yes, they are. They're very good at that.
Cool. But you can't make it this weekend, can you? You had reason you couldn't come here, right?
Yeah, no, we can't. We're on isolation. We're on house arrest with the possible. I haven't had a test, but doctors have you stay home for a little bit, which I don't like. So I would prefer to be with everybody. So, yeah.
Okay, so is none of your people are coming out here either from Vegas?
Not the people from Vegas, no. They're just getting their license.
Not any people. You don't have any people coming. It's not just the people from Vegas. You don't have any coming.
No.
Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to have another event. Your goal is to get as many people to that event as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of your goals. I forgot. Are you finished with class yet? Are you licensed yet?
Not yet. Almost. I'm waiting for the test date.
Okay.
So it's about 2 weeks out for the test date here. And I can't.
Okay. How about your daughter? She's not finished. She's not finished yet either, is she?
No, we're right there together. We're study buddies. So we're going to go take the test on the same day. Yeah.
All right. Let me see what else I'm supposed to do here. Oh, I got to meet these other people because they're on here. But I do want to, Megan Wood wrote 25,000 this week, 39 cases. Brian Rojas, Jose mentioned, he read 11 cases for 18,000. And Jonathan and Megan Yakey wrote 13 cases for 16,000. Submit. This is 1 week. Issue paid, Eric Belair had 16,800 issue paid. Jonathan and Megan Yakey issue paid 14 grand. Tom Murphy, that you heard Caleb mention, he issued 12 grand. Nina and Kyle, they issued 9 grand. You know what? I should back up. Eric Belair is a vice president. Jonathan and Megan Yakey are key leaders. Tom Murphy is a regional manager. Kyle and Nina Harry are agency managers. They issued 11 grand. Jose Compton, that you saw on here, he issued $10,000 issue paid, which that's a lot of issue paid. That's how he's making so much money. Megan Wood issue paid 9,600. John DiManio issue paid 8,500. He's a new guy. Stephanie Rodriguez, who's a district manager, issue paid 7 grand. Steve Maxim, who's a new agency manager, issued 7 grand. Adam Johnson, who's a key leader, issued 7 grand. And Brian Rojas issued 6 grand, and he is a key leader also. And then 5 big annuities. Gwen Borders, who's a team builder, issued 370,000. Tom Murphy, who's a regional manager, issued 330,000. Jacob Beret issued 247,000. They're new agency managers. Cam Ewan, get this. Cam issued 141,000. She is a business promoter. She will be here at the national convention. For those of you that know Cam, I'm excited to see Cam. Jeff Turner and Kelly Haney issued 109,000. They are national managers. So I want to say congratulations to those people. God, there's so much. Oh, we're giving away $300,000 in fourth quarter competition money this weekend, and we're giving away $746,000 in bonuses to the Extreme Alaskan Cruise Contest. All right, who is this guy here? Christian Vernon. Hey, Christian, Andy Albright, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, and you? Can you hear me?
I'm doing good. Who invited you on this call? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm part of Mimi Romero's team.
Part of whose team?
Mimi.
He's on my team, Andy.
You know Mimi?
Yeah.
That's my kiddo.
If you're
He's
a
my
friend of
godson.
Mimi's, what? That's your godson? Why didn't you say so?
Well, I'm just waiting for you to ask. You the man. Yeah.
Tell me about your godson, Mimi. Tell me about your godson.
Well, Christian Christian, how old are you now? 19? It's about
Yeah,
19. 19 years old. He's in Massachusetts. He's going to school full time and has a part-time job. He went to family reunion with us. He wasn't licensed. And then after family reunion, that's when he got licensed. He already sold 4 policies and he's giving me names of people to call for him. He's awesome. Me and his mom.
Is he coming to our national?
Mm-hmm.
Will he be here this weekend?
Yes.
Dog it. I'm so excited for you, Mimi.
Thank you, Andy.
And your godson, Christian.
Yep. I had my nephew there too.
Christian, I can't wait to see you.
Me too. I can't wait to be here.
Good. All right, bro. What are you studying, Christian?
My major is psychology.
Okay, good deal. That'll be very handy. You can use that in a lot of different things. Is that Brandon Nelson we got on here too? What's up, Brandon?
What up, Andy?
We saw each other in Dallas, Texas, right?
Yeah, buddy.
You broke out in some country music song right up there on stage, didn't you?
Yeah, I was kind of forced into it.
We twisted his arm. We got a lot of talent on this call. Brandon, he's a country music artist, and he threw down in that meeting. Well, I can't wait to see you coming in this weekend too, right, Brandon?
I'll be in that cold ass city tomorrow morning. It's 78 degrees right now in Houston. I'm just saying.
Oh, is Ron still in there?
What's the temperature?
78.
78 in Houston. Is that where you are? You live in Houston?
Where I'm at.
All right. And who else on there? Jackson. Who is Jackson? Jackson, whose team you on?
I'm on Brandon Manley's team.
All right. Where you live, Jackson?
Tampa, Florida, near St. Pete. I go to the headquarters sometimes.
Okay. Are you coming up this weekend?
Yeah, I'm actually driving right now. About to come into North Carolina.
How did Brandon know you?
Actually, I met Jeff through my buddy who works at Costco. He was helping Jeff Scholes load up a TV one day, and he's like, yeah, I do life insurance. And I was actually studying for a different company, and I came in, the headquarters one day with Jeff, and I was like, all right, this place is pretty sick, and just kind of started from there. I mean, it took me 6 tries to get my license, but I'm here now.
What kind of job do you have, Jackson?
I work at a marina, and then I was full-time in construction.
Okay. All right. So you know a little something about boats.
A little bit, yeah. I captained on the side for a little bit, too. So, yeah, it's all good.
I'm thinking about buying me a nice boat and just have me a full-time captain and just keep it stocked all the time, ready, where I could just go out there and just have a party on there. And is that doable around where I am in St. Pete?
I mean, yeah, you got to have a wallet, but yeah, it's definitely doable.
That's one thing I got covered.
Nice.
I think a cool million, about $1 million, about $1 million. $1 million, drop $1 million, and then what a captain cost me? Maybe $75,000 a year, $80,000 a year.
Yeah, if he's staying on it, yeah, between 50 and 80-ish, about. Yeah.
You don't have to do much. Just keep it cleaned up, keep it running, take it out, keep everything good, warmed up, ready.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Keep it from
First time I thought about this first time.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, it's totally doable.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Why not? You got to do something with it, right, Goodman? Wouldn't it be crazy? Just have a boat, captain, keep it stocked. I don't want to rent it out or nothing. Nobody messing with it. I just want to be able to go over there. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Jackson, you're gonna be able to help me with that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, let me know, man. I'm local.
Ryan. Hey, I can't wait to see you come up here, man. Hey, can you believe the money that these people are talking about?
No, it's crazy, man. It's nuts.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think you're going to be successful with us. How about Ryan Honeycutt? Are you still on here? Can you come back on, Ryan?
Don't get attached.
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
We got Caleb. Hey, Ryan, how are we connected to you?
Mike Guerra brought me on.
Mike Guerra. Oh, man. Good. He's killing it. He is like he might be the fastest growing manager in the country.
Yeah, he's growing. No doubt about that.
How do you know him, Ryan?
He reached out to me, I think on Facebook or something last year. I was with another IMO, and he just kept reaching out for months. And
Are you thinking about coming this weekend?
You're arrogant. I should have popped.
So I had it set to come, but I got some family health hurdles I'm trying to get around right now.
He did all that bragging.
Right now, it's going to be a no, but hopefully,
when I caught his ass at the house,
might be able to come up.
$250 or whatever. He told me he was out of town. Kirsty told me he was at the house. I popped up on this punk ass. But he
is that Nelson?
Hey, Nelson.
Or Tia? Can you mute him, Tia?
And he was talking all that shit about Luke. You know, no,
Handy.
You can't get mad.
Brandon.
Because Pastor liked me more than Luke. You know, it just.
Wait a minute. Let's be quiet and listen to what Brandon's talking about. No, I'm just kidding. We don't want to do that. 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 You gotta be careful with these Zooms. Like you ain't got your drawers on, you know.
You're on the music, though.
Sorry, had to cuss for a second. Back to regular scheduled programming.
You got to be ready. Well, Ryan, I hope you get that family situation worked out. If you don't make it to this one, we're going to have another one. But I wish you'd come to this one if you can figure it out. But if you can't, talk to Gary and see if you can figure it out. Guys, look, I'm working overtime right now. I hope this helped a little bit. It's just, if I just worked with one person, it would be a lot more detailed. But I'm excited about this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Y'all going to learn a lot. I would even start trying to get more people there. There's a number. What was that number, Chris? You could tell us if you texted freedom to this number, 336 227 5708. Everybody do that. Let's do that. You ready? Let's text freedom to you. It won't do nothing except give you information. So 336 227
5708.
5708, and this text, capital letters, freedom, FREEDOM. Boom. And that's going to give you information about the convention and how to get signed up and all kinds of details. Boom, there it comes. All the information comes if you just text. And you can use that over and over again. You could tell your friends, like, text freedom to this number, and then they'll give you all the information about the convention. And then we need to have that set up at this convention about the next one, right? We're going to be like double freedom, you know? Okay. And it's going to be, we know we're going to go West Coast. We don't know how far west. All right, guys. Hope this was helpful. Hope we got some people started faster. Hope you learned how to get your people started faster and selling them on events. And I look forward to seeing you guys really tomorrow night. Night. Love you. Hope this helps. Bye. Congrats.